Hi, I'm Matt and welcome back to VGR, and indeed back to Borderlands 3. Continuing today's showcase, we're jumping forward from Promethea to Athenas, planet number 3. Once again, thanks to 2K Games and Gearbox for providing VGR with an early access code. This time, we're hunting Maliwan's Captain Traunt. I'm still playing as Flak, just a few levels higher. Traunt is a much more significant boss fight than the Gigamind, however. Don't mind me completely missing the correct door. It is in fact that one. If indeed there was ever any doubt. Now what's immediately obvious in this fight is he has one hell of a shield. It's going to take quite a bit of work to actually get through this thing. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to come back once it's down, so really think of it more like extra health. Now, one thing I was particularly not good at in this fight was shooting those energy balls that he puts up into the air. He does that a lot more in the later stages of the fight, and honestly it was so hectic I felt that it was a better use of time to just keep on the move and use cover rather than shooting them down. As you can see, he puts up energy balls in the center of the arena, but he also sends balls sort of racing around the outside, and those are a real pain. Listen out for the telltale motorbike style hum. Fortunately, this boss fight has plenty of lower tier enemies, so if you do go down, there's plenty of opportunities to get back up. This was the first time I did this fight, and I went down quite a few times in the fight, but I actually never did die because there was always something nearby to shoot to get back up. See, I'm trying to take cover there because I heard the hum, but it was actually coming from a different direction. And there it is. Up to this point in the game, this is probably the most frenetic fight in general, but boss fight particularly, that you have to go up against. And there's a lot of stuff to distract you from actually fighting Traunt. You're getting shot at from a lot of different angles. Now you can see he's starting to put more energy balls in the air, and those are going to all shoot projectiles at you when you're out in the open. And this here is actually an interesting thing that I didn't know until that moment, which is that you can get up from a downstate by shooting one of his energy balls. It actually does count as an opponent for the purpose of second wind. Quite useful in this fight. At this point you can see I was running very low on ammunition because of course I'd spent so much time fighting his various minions and just trying to break through his shield. You use up a lot of ammunition. There's a decent amount of ammunition scattered around the map, but you really do have to start scrounging if you've got weapons that are going to use a lot of ammo. There we go. Now his shield's actually down, and we can start hitting his actual health bar, which he's still very resilient, but fortunately he doesn't actually have as much ability to take damage on his health bar than he does on his shield. So once I'm actually able to stand still and just open up on him, you do actually do a lot of damage. His health's not that extremely high. It's just a matter of actually finding the opportunity to shoot.
He is dead. That's what matters. But yeah, seriously the worst.
And that about does it for Captain Traunt. We'll be carrying on this showcase series over the weekend, basically choosing some of the more interesting fights that take place throughout the game, and just showcasing sort of runs through them. We've got a couple more videos coming up tomorrow, so do stay tuned. And if you haven't already seen our first video on the Gigamind, that's a shorter boss fight that takes place a little bit earlier in the game, after the opening intro. So do check that out. If you'd like us to showcase anything in particular, please do let us know in the comments below. We're certainly open to any recommendations. Once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back with even more Borderlands content over the course of the weekend.